So, hello, this is Marshally, and welcome to my garden diary. It's the middle of September right now. The days are getting shorter, the nights are getting cooler, but the garden is still doing well. And yeah, so let's just look at if there's anything new this time of the year. Not a lot new except for this sedum here, and when these start blooming, then we know that fall is almost here. But these are quite nice color, and they start out with white blooms. Well, they're not white, but before they open they look like that, and then they slowly develop and they have really small tiny blooms. So this is a huge cluster of blooms here. um, like the other smaller sedums that I have, they have small clusters of bloom, but this is quite a tall sedum. Not sure how tall it is, about 40 centimeters tall or something like that. So yeah, so this is the new bloom that we have in the garden at this time of the year, and I'm quite enjoying the new pop of color in the garden. And we have a couple of these all over. So there's one there, there's another one there, and there's some others in different places in the garden. So yeah, so what else is going on? Nothing else much. The roses are doing okay. They're still blooming. The phlox are doing okay as well. The blooms look quite nice, and behind that there's another sedum there. And yeah, echinaceas are dying back. It's okay. And over that side, those are also still looking. Those have been in bloom for a long time. They started blooming the end of July, and look at that, still looking, and all the butterflies over there still looking good. So that aster is a good one to have in the garden. It does bloom for a long time, and it does give that nice vibrant color in the garden as well. So this is not going to be a long video today. Let's just go back to the sedums. This one here, just how do we take care of it? It's quite easy to take care of, and yeah, actually we just don't do anything to it. It's quite easy. It will die back later in November. It will completely die back, and then it will come back next year. And it's quite easy to propagate or to plant. If you just take a bit of it and stick it somewhere else in the garden, then you'll have a new plant. So when it dies back, then we'll just take away all the dead parts and just wait for it to come back in the next year. So it's quite an easy plant to take care of. And beside that, I'm not going to, I don't know the name of this plant here. It's a bulb plant, and in spring they have quite big leaves, and then at this time of the year, middle September, October, then we have these nice blooms that come up out of the ground. Doesn't have any leaves because those died back in spring. But I don't know what the name is for this plant. But actually in spring, I was tempted to just pull them out because the foliage is quite large, and it doesn't really look that attractive in spring. But I left them there, and yeah, so I have a couple of these all over the garden. As I said, I don't know what the name is, but it's quite nice there. So that's something else that's going on in the garden right now. Okay, so that is going to be it for this video. The time is changing and I can feel it. I quite enjoy summer and spring, and I'm trying my best to really enjoy fall. But the thing is that it's not that I don't enjoy fall, but I get so tired in fall. And maybe that's just something to learn, that after a vibrant time I just get so tired in fall that not I have the will, but I don't have the energy to do the kind of gardening work that I usually do in spring and summer. So I think I'm a little bit like the plants, that in spring I just burst forth with lots of energy, and then in summer I'm going, and then just like the plants starts fading in fall, I think my energy also starts going down. So this year I have actually tried to pace myself a little bit more, and I am going to do more in the garden this fall than I usually do, because I'm mindful of that. But just yeah, there isn't that much to do anyway. Just to prepare some things for next year and so on. But it's the nature of things that in fall I do get tired, physically tired, because of all the things that I do in spring and in summer, and then fall I am a little bit more tired, and yeah, and not as much get done, also because it does get a bit cooler outside, and if it's raining and so on, of course I'm not going to be in the garden if it's wet and soggy and so on. But yeah, but I'm still quite pleased with how the garden is looking, and it does look uh, a bit maintained. It's not being overrun by weeds or anything like that. So yeah. Okay. So I hope wherever you are that you are enjoying your garden, and that if you're where there are seasons and the days are getting shorter and the nights are getting cooler, that you will be able to also enjoy that season as well, and to prepare for a time of rest, because after a busy spring and busy summer, then not only the plants but we ourselves need some rest and to rejuvenate for the next season of life. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.